All right, guys, we are live. My name is Nikki Witherspoon, aka the FBA Ninja. We are here on the Team Neos and Boss Squad Monday night hangout. We have these every single week, guys.
All right,
Mostly
guys,
every
we
week.
are live. My name
Uh-oh,
is Nikki
what is
Witherspoon,
going on here?
aka
I
the
got
FBA
all
Ninja.
kind of echoes and all kind of crazy stuff going over here. Okay, we fixed that. As you guys can see, if you watched any of our previous hangouts, we are in a totally different location because this is not my normal background. All right, but that's one of the great things about this business is that we can take it with us on the road, wherever we have to go. So late last night, Paris and I were sitting in the house and we were like, let's go somewhere. So we literally jumped in the truck. I think it was like midnight when we left the house. But hey, it is what it is. We packed up the laptops and, power cords, phones, and jetted off. So we are coming to you live from a hotel room in a totally different state, you know? So that's what it is. But, we're going to go into a little bit about what this awesome company brings to the table, what they have to offer, what it can offer you, what you can offer the company, and what you can offer other people that you know, friends, family, neighbors, strangers, whatever. All right. So on the panel, we have a group of awesome Neos Boss Squad members. I'm going to give you a little bit about myself, and then we're going to go and see what all of these lovely people have to say. So once again, my name is Nikki Witherspoon. They call me the FBA Ninja online. FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. It's how we primarily, work our business at home. We also play. We do play. We also work on eBay and on another platform that we show you in the back office as well, which is on Google. But we have a background that is so far away from sales, e-commerce that I don't even know how we got to this point. I'm an accountant by trade. We spent the last 10 years overseas in Iraq. I can't even say that we spent the last 10 years overseas. We've actually been home for over a year now because of this awesome company. So prior to this company, we spent the 10 years prior to here in Iraq. War zone, away from family, away from friends, away from our pets, away from our house, all of that stuff. So this company gave us our freedom back, gave us our time back, something that we cannot exchange for anything else, nor do we want to. We have, just jumped leaps and bounds from where we started. And guys, we started just like everybody else at the pro level, or most people. We started at the pro level. No experience, nothing behind our belts, brand new eBay accounts, just, fresh learning from the start, worked our way up to power sellers, worked our way up to 5-figure a month earners on Amazon. And guys, the sky's the limit, all right? We are going to go over to, hey, Kelly. Kelly, jump out. Give us a little bit about yourself. Kelly is one of our awesome Neos Boss Squad members. She's a mom of 4. She's a nurse. See, I know all about Kelly already. So Kelly, jump out. Give us a little bit about why you joined DS Domination, what it has done for you and your family, and what you're looking forward to. And hey, just enlighten us a little bit.
Well, like you said, Nikki, I'm a mom of 4. I work as a nurse full time, and sometimes it's my job. If my patients get sick, because I work at home health, they go into the hospital or something, then I don't have to work. I don't have work, and that could be, no paycheck for me. I don't work. I don't get paid. So I started this. I needed something that would give me income in case of, my patient's sick. If she's sick for a couple of weeks, that can be pretty bad to miss a couple of weeks of paychecks. So I had to find something, but I had to find something that was flexible that I could do around my nursing job. And this is what I like about this. I don't have to go to parties. I don't have to go door to door trying to sell stuff or bother my parents, bother my brother, bother my friends. Can you buy this from me? This I could just put it up on the internet, and it does. eBay does the work for me, and now we have Amazon, and Amazon does the work for me. So I don't have to worry about bothering people. That's what I liked about it. I didn't have to go, beg people to buy. Try this stuff. Or So that's why I started it. And me and my husband are really looking at it as our retirement now. With 4 kids in college, that's going to get expensive, so it's going to help pay for that. And then, our retirement, because we really can't save for retirement now, sometimes it was paycheck to paycheck. One big car repair or something.
That is actually, a good thing that you bring up is the retirement piece of it. A lot of times people don't have those retirement benefits out there. A lot of times people don't have those pensions. I mean, pensions you don't even hear about anymore. A lot of the 401ks, the IRAs that are out there, people just don't have the extra income to pay into those to benefit from those. And a lot of times people don't even have the full-time jobs. I mean, those little, slick companies that will let you work enough hours just to keep you under that 40 hours or whatever the requirement is, so they don't have to give you access to, the benefits and all the rest of that stuff. So, you miss a lot of those different opportunities. And, I mean, how awesome would it be for you to have something that you control yourself that can be a platform of retirement for you, your family, maybe even your parents if you have them around, maybe even, retire your kids before they even get into the workforce. I mean, that would be just something awesome to have your children not have to go to a 9 to 5, like most of us had to do at some point in time in our life. That would be a really, really awesome way to start your next generation and their next generation and so on and so forth. It's just something that's different. Have everybody have that entrepreneurial spirit within them and just let them attack that, because that's what this business does for you. So yeah, Kelly hit some really, really good points in there. Like she said, she's a mother of 4. She's got a full plate on top of a job, okay, on top of a job. So, I mean, kudos to you, Kelly. And like she said, she started off on eBay as well, moved over to Amazon. Now, Kelly, what would be the difference that you see in your sales from eBay moving over to Amazon?
Once I ship it to Amazon, I don't have to worry about it. Amazon does the shipping, Amazon, does the customer care, all that stuff. I don't have to worry about it. Once I ship it to Amazon, done forgot, just cha-ching on my phone,
You gotta love that. You absolutely have to love that. I mean, guys, eBay is nice and it works for you, but you will have to do some work in there as well. We always like to get our members up onto the Amazon platform, because what ends up happening is you have the ability to sit back and do exactly what we're doing even more, which is getting up and just moving around whenever you want to. If there's something that's, 2 states over, maybe you want to go to a state fair 2 states over from you, you can do this now. You don't have to pre-plan it. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You kind of just jump up and run. So, I mean, that's one of the biggest things that we really love about this business is that, I mean, we're not confined to, a cubicle. We're not confined to a desk. We're not confined to not even our house. All we need is our laptop. Look, I can move you guys around, okay? See? This is all I need. We work from here. It's great. Absolutely great. All right? So thank you, Kelly, for that information. You are awesome. We are going to move over to, okay, Nicole, you are just smiling over there. I see you. So we're going to move over here to Nicole. Nicole has a really awesome story. Nicole, come out and give us a little bit about what you enjoy about DS Domination. Give us what platforms you're selling on, eBay, Amazon. What are you enjoying about that? And, maybe some other little tidbits, maybe throwing a little bonus here and there. What drives you? What's your driving force?
Well, I'll start with the driving force first. So I started with DSD in January of 2014, and I really didn't do much with it when I first started. I literally bought it and sat on it, and then I eventually decided to do something with it. And my biggest reason why I joined DSD, when I saw it and somebody sent it to me, I was in another opportunity, and that person sent me a link, and I said, oh, this is amazing. I can do this. eBay, Amazon, everybody knows that name. Everybody knows what eBay is. Everybody knows what Amazon is. And I said, I can do this. So the reason why I joined is because I have 2 special needs children. And even though I have a full-time job, the income is not where I can afford everything that I need to cover two special needs children. You know, you have the special therapies, and some of those therapies are covered by insurance, and some of them aren't. You have the special diets, and those are definitely not covered by insurance. You've got prescription drugs. Sometimes they're in network, and sometimes they're completely out of network. And you've got like a $287 prescription you have to get every single month that insurance doesn't cover. You know, nobody's sitting around, at least I'm not, with an extra $287. And you got supplements and to all of that, and then accommodations. Sometimes you have to make accommodations in your house depending on your child's disability. And if you no, and I think a big misnomer is most people think that if you have a child with a disability or there's an adult with a disability, they automatically are receiving state assistance. And we don't receive any government assistance, no state, no federal, no assistance whatsoever. Matter of fact, in the state of Texas, unfortunately, it cuts services for a lot of families. And most people don't know that. It's been on the news for most of the beginning of September. So there's lots of parents that are out there now that are struggling like I have been. And I needed to find a way to cover those expenses. That was my biggest reason why I jumped into DSD. I was like, I can do this. It's flexible. I can do it on my schedule. I can do it if Nicholas is up in the middle of the night and he's not sleeping. I can list or I can sell or I can do it on my time and on my terms versus having to have a set time to do it. And so once I was able to get going and started getting some sales, eBay really helped me a lot in the early, when I first started, because I used that income every month to bridge the difference that I was always deficit. Everything, whatever I was missing or however much I didn't have. And I used that this year. We didn't have to worry about our deductible at the beginning of the year. The deductible resets itself, and that was an extra, that was $6,000 that I had made in profits. And I had more than that, but just $6,000 to cover that deductible on January 1st. And normally what we would do is we'd stop our therapies until I had enough money, or we would pause them, go every other week or go every other 2 weeks until we had enough money. And so that was a blessing this year that we didn't have to stop our therapies for the first time ever. And I think all of our healthcare providers were surprised because they were like, "Oh, you're not gonna go every other week in January?" No, we're gonna go every week like we're supposed to. And then we also went on vacation, and again, that was due to my profits and sales on eBay. So eBay, I made a lot of money. Then when I jumped onto Amazon, I was blown away because it simplified my life. And because, Amazon, if you do fulfillment by Amazon, you have your option of merchant fulfilled, or you can do fulfillment by Amazon. They will take care of everything for you. You ship the product into them, and they will ship it out to the customer. They will take care of the customer service, and they'll pay you. We have some functionality in our back office here at DSD now on the eBay side where you can auto list. You can have your listings go up much quicker than we used to when we first started with DSD. So there's some streamlining there. So I enjoyed the benefits of using FBA where things are streamlined, and then I also enjoyed the benefits of what DSD has been rolling out over the last couple of months of the auto list or the list builder that takes care of listing for you, and that saved me a lot of time. And then I also, there's just a lot of benefits that we've had with this company as it's evolved and grown over the last 2 years with what we do in the back office.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You hit a really, really good point out there about the automation out there and how things have grown drastically, within DS Domination, and how we approach our training, how we approach our listing, how we approach our businesses. What she's talking about basically is when we all first started, or even when this company first started, we were trained how to list things manually, how to list things on eBay, even how to list things on Amazon manually. Now, learning how to do that manually is always a good thing, okay? Always a good thing. You always have a backup to go to. But, of course, doing things manually, of course, takes a little bit longer to do. But what the company released earlier this summer was a listing builder, a listing management tool. They even have order fulfillment. I mean, you cannot beat this at this point in time. Once your business grows to a certain level and you start to get so many sales in per day, it gets a little tedious to go out there and fulfill your own orders, to interact with your different customers and stuff like that. Well, DSD has constantly been providing answers for us so that we can have more time to jump up and, drive across state lines like we did last night. or to do other things with your family, anything like that. So basically now you find the item out there, you input that URL into your DSD back office, do a few clicks here and there, and bam, you've got a listing. All right, your listing is automatically posted to eBay. That is second to none, okay? Your listing is automatically posted to eBay. You don't even have to open eBay anymore, okay? And it's already in there with the title, the picture, a little bit of SEO built into the listing itself. I mean, it's just really put together very well. Your return policies, everything is already in there for you. On top of that, as if that wasn't enough, it's added to a tracking system. This tracking system will automatically watch your listing to ensure that whatever your dropshipping source is, if their particular item goes up in price, that your listing on eBay is still not sitting down here at a lower price, which means that if it sells, you're gonna be out of money. You're gonna be under. This actually bumps up your eBay listing now to reflect whatever profit margin you have in there set. Now that might seem like it's way over your head, but hey, look, it is such a remarkable tool. It keeps you from having to constantly, like we all did in the beginning, having to constantly go back in there and review your listing. This will do it for you automatically, okay? And it's just getting better and better and better. If that item goes out of stock, it will automatically end your listing on eBay. I mean, that's just stuff that you don't want to be caught out there with something sold and you're like, it's out of stock, I can't find it. So that's what these tools in the back office are going towards. DSD has constantly, listened to their user base, and the good thing about that I like about this company is that everybody plays a part in the business. So all of us have the business. We all work eBay. We all work Amazon. Everybody does whatever part of the business they want, but the ownership does it as well. So they know what we're struggling with, what we're not struggling with. And they are constantly trying to figure out what tools can they implement that will make our lives easier. Okay? And that's what our DSD back office is being used for. It's no longer just a training platform, guys. DSD, if you heard about DSD back last year, or even in 2013, this is a whole new company. Hence the reason it's DSD 2.0. This is no longer a pure training platform. Okay? As a matter of fact, I would even say the training is kind of like your second nature type deal. I mean, it's there, but your primary focus is the management tools that they are releasing for all of us. Okay? So your listing builder, your tracking management, and your order fulfillment. Okay? What your order fulfillment is, that's what happens when a customer buys your item out there on eBay, and now, guys, even on Amazon, that's what's being released soon. So if a customer orders from you on eBay, and eventually if they order from you on Amazon, the back office will go ahead and fulfill that order for you. You don't have to go out there and do the physical drop shipping like we were doing before. It's all taken care of for you in the back office. That's why I say this is no longer a pure training platform. This is going to be a services-based platform that's going to provide a service for you, which is going to make your life that much easier, okay? That much easier. So it's going to give you even more freedom than the business model itself already gives you, all right? So, Nicole, thank you for that. As you
add one more thing to that. And the only thing I wanted to add was, the great thing about the list builder, I just wanted to piggyback off of that, is that, in the past it took us anywhere from 6 to 10 minutes to put up a listing. So, in 1 hour you might get 10 listings up. You might be lucky. But with the list builder, you could double, if not triple, those numbers. That means you have more listings up. The more listings you have up, the more sales potential you have. And so it really does change what your profit possibilities are.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Change your profit possibilities. Yes, you have to love that. Absolutely have to love that. There's no more staring at the computer and you're like, no. You go in there, you make your listing, and you get out and carry on with your life. Do whatever you want to do. Okay? So yeah, the back office is just, it's constantly updating, it's constantly morphing into just your e-commerce sellers, just nirvana. Okay? It's a good word for it. All right? All right. Hey, Michael and Marion, we have another couple out here. We love to see couples because, even though Parrish and I are in the same room, he's He's over there. Okay. You are totally in the same room. Okay. But we love to see couples because Parrish and I consider ourselves a power couple, and we know that, other couples out there, a lot of times people don't want to do things together, or one spouse wants to do this, the other one wants to do that. So whenever we see another couple that's actually being able to work this business and haven't killed each other yet, we love to see that. All right. We love to actually see that. So Michael, Marion, come on out here. Give us a little bit of what it is that you do, what drives you in de-estimation, and what you're looking forward to.
With Genesis mainly, there's different products that DSD promotes, and all of them work. We start with Genesis, basically because I do a lot of couponing, and the moment that we started, we just started working because we're so happy about it. We were so happy about the product. We were so happy about everything. And we just started. I actually had so much product in the house that he told me stop buying. So when I bump into the company, into DSD, I'm like, perfect. Now I can buy more, so I can ship more. So I was happy about that. I was happy to know that I could shop more. It's like adrenaline. And there's a saying that he tells me all the time: when you find something that you like, you're not gonna work a day in your life because you actually enjoy it. I enjoy working with this company because I love shopping, I love finding deals, I love that part, and he loves the geeks. He loves to do stuff in the computer, so we kind of complement each other in that way. And it's amazing. I mean, it's amazing to send your shipment to Amazon. Don't think about if it's gonna sell or not, because to be honest with you, it sells all the time. That you run out of items, and you have to buy more to ship more. So it's just amazing. I think the best thing that has happened throughout my life is the fact that I was able to find somebody that was in this company that I was stalking in the internet, and I found out those screenshots. I was so happy to find those screenshots. In the matter of fact, before we joined DSD, I was gonna go back to college. I was gonna finish my degree, and I kept praying and praying about it. I'm like, is this what you want me to do? And suddenly, it's like God put in my way, like, no, you can do something else. You don't have to go back to your degree or finish your degree, and stuff like that. I'm not saying that is bad to get a degree or finish your education, because I can still do it. But if there is one thing that I love about this company is that you can go in so many directions. We make money with eBay. We make money with Genesis. And it's just amazing. It's just amazing. We have our own schedule, and we work together, and it's just wonderful. Like Nicole was saying, she can provide different things that she couldn't do before, and she has her own schedule, and it's just wonderful. This company is wonderful. Your turn. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. So yes, we haven't yet killed each other. So until next Monday. But what she says is absolutely true. So again, what we do is Genesis, and that really, for anyone who's watching that does not have any idea, what we basically do is we buy products at a really low discount, thanks to couponing, even lower. So then once we find those products, we buy them, and then we just simply send them to Amazon. And what I really like about not just the way that DSD has set it up, but it's everybody that you see here on the panel is willing to reach out and say, yeah, I agree with you, or here's something you can do better. So if you ever get stuck, and if you ever feel like, you know what, all right, if I'm a part of this company, what kind of support can I get? I can tell you there is no better support in your workplace, in your job, maybe even in family. Honestly, this is an extension of a family. It's fun to be around people that are like-minded. And as the saying goes, if you want to fly with the eagles, you need to companion with the turkeys. So honestly, there is nothing but a bunch of eagles right here in this company. So part of the thing that I like is because I was able to leave where I was working full time. I worked almost 20 years in retail. Anyone who's worked in retail know those are some funky hours, and you get some funky people. And honestly, I was sick and tired of that. So that being said, this allowed us to, again, work together, spend the time together, and most importantly, be able to be with our kids. So it's not so much the time that you have, it's what you do with it. So it's given us back what I've been wanting for such a long time, is to be able to go to those recitals, to be able to go to even birthday parties that I couldn't even attend because of the schedules. So if you're looking for something that can supplement what we're doing in couponing, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can just start with the products and items that you have sitting on your in your bathroom.
And scan.
And then you can find what sells and then just send it, and that would give you the green light in your mind saying, you know what, this stuff works. And that's exactly what happened to us. Just to my right here, I have a mountain of products that still need to be shipped, and you know, it's just getting better and better. So I wanted to tell you that we're very happy what we're doing. We're happy to finally put together something that we think may be able to benefit you and the company, and we look forward to sharing that with everybody.
Yeah, because if you're not good at shopping, we put a program together. It's gonna help you to become better. It's gonna make you be less afraid of shopping, because some people get intimidated when they go to the stores with the cashiers or the managers, and it's just amazing. You can go to pretty much to any store, even department stores, and there is coupons that you can use. It doesn't have to be necessarily for shampoo or conditioner. You're going to be able to purchase, and you're going to see why so many people in this company, they love basically retail arbitrage. They love to shop, they love to ship things, and they love to have so many profits. It's just amazing. I mean, it's just amazing. We're going to have an event in Orlando, and it's crazy. My first event was in Dallas. I missed the one in Vegas. And it was crazy. I mean, I think I just got like 4 hours of sleep because I was so happy, so excited about so many products that were coming out, and this is not going to be the exception. We're going to have so many products coming out. We're going to have so many ways that we can make even more money and retire at a young age. I mean, I'm in my 30s, so if this is working, I can imagine when I'm in my 40s, it's just going to be even more amazing. You get to meet so many people in person, make friends, make contacts, have fun, and it's just, you're always like...
in La La Land.
You're in La La Land, yeah. Yeah, and that was my first event. I can imagine now that I go to Orlando, it's going to be even better. The company keeps doing so many things for us, and if you don't take advantage of them, believe me, you're going to regret. Everybody can do it. Even my daughters help me sometimes with computer stuff, or they help me scanning things. They have even find deals for me. I mean, if a child can do it, anybody can do it.
That's true. That is true.
Woo! Okay. Woo! Is all I'm gonna say. I will have you know, probably the one difference that I don't have here that I do at home is my notepad. But you know, I did take a note. If you want to fly with the Eagles, you gotta get away from those turkeys. So okay, yeah, I'm gonna use that one again. Okay, I'm most definitely gonna use that one again. But I mean, just like everybody else on the panel, I mean, Michael and Marion, you guys hit on some really, really excellent points out there. Really, really excellent points. If a child can do this, anyone can do this. We have people that are in their teens, still in high school. We have people who are in their 80s, retired, doing the same business model, okay? That's how broad of a range that we have in this company, okay? All you need to be is trainable, coachable. That's all. And you need to have a desire, okay? You need to have a desire to want more for yourself, more for your family. You need to have a desire to stop making millions of dollars for other people and start making it for yourself, because it's possible, okay? You need to change your whole mindset. One of the things that my husband Parrish is really good at talking about is mindset, getting people to think look at things in a different way. Just totally change your viewpoint on things. Okay, totally change your viewpoint on things. I mean, I had so many notes out there. Michael and Mary, you guys were just hitting stuff left and right. Okay, left and right, left and right. Okay, but yes, she mentioned the event that we had this past May. Excuse me. So this event that we had this past May was in Dallas. It was really our very first event of the year. Our previous event was in Vegas, which was the summer of 2014, so it was a long time ago. And Dallas, we had some changes in the company. We had some updates to the back office. The training had all changed. All the videos changed in the back office. We had some giveaways out there. Everybody got to meet a lot of great people. Of course, we had the big checks on stage, everybody grabbing their big checks. We took 200 people out shopping on a live trip, okay? Let me stress this, a last-minute trip, okay? Okay, we got that done, all right? What's coming up at this next event is going to be 10 times better than that. You're not going to have any rah-rah. You're not going to have any of these massive checks on stage. You have pure content. On top of the content, the company is giving you money to go, okay? Let me repeat that. The company is giving you money to go. This company is inviting, get this, not just our current membership. You don't even have to be a member of DS Domination to come to this event and to benefit from what our members are going to benefit from. Totally, totally unheard of, okay? At this event, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a snapshot, okay? At the event, you're going to have access to leaders in all of these different selling platforms. So if you have a particular question, you can go and hear it directly from the horse's mouth, or as Michael would call them, the eagle's mouth, okay? You can hear it directly from the eagle's mouth, all right? They're going to tell you how they got there, what tips, tricks, whatever they have. If you've ever been to an event, you know probably that you get the majority of the information from the networking that you do outside of the actual event itself. I mean, the contacts that you make, the little conversations, the side conversations that you have on breaks, at lunch, walking to the restroom, you get the craziest information at the weirdest times. But you're going to have access to those people. The company, like I said, is giving you money. Why are they giving you money, you might ask? Because we are taking you shopping. We have at least 4 different shopping trips. Parrish and myself, we went out to Orlando. We physically went to Orlando. We met with store managers, okay? We have deals in place that will get you into these stores, let you walk around, scan whatever you want, buy whatever you want, and guess what? We're going to take it back to the hotel. We have shipping stations set up there for you, so you don't have to lug this stuff back to your house in whatever, state, country you're coming from. You can ship all of that out there at the event. So the company is giving you money to go out and shop. You're going to come back, ship it, pack it up, get it out of your, your whole area, get it to Amazon, get it to your customers, whatever, okay, at the event. Totally unheard of. That's something I don't even think I've ever even heard of another company doing that. I don't know that there's any other company out there that has the same model that we have here. All right, so this is going to be totally, totally crazy. On top of just the shopping trips, Michael and Mary were talking about a couponing course that they have. One of the new one of the new products that's being released is a marketplace. In this marketplace in DS Domination, you're going to be able to release, digital even services, digital products and services, to not just our DSD membership, but to the public. That's unheard of. That's absolutely unheard of. So if you had something like, for instance, if Parrish has this awesome product that he wants to come out with, which I know he does, and we'll probably go into that a little bit later, okay? But if we've got this awesome product that he wants to get it to everybody out there in DS Domination, not just our team, guess what? DSD has a platform for that now. They have a platform for that now. So the awesome couponing course, because Marion is a beast at this stuff, okay? Marion and Michael, even Kelly. Kelly is a couponer as well, okay? These courses are coming out. You're going to have full access to these courses, guys, and it's going to be, something that you really just, it's just going to be so look, I'm getting tongue-tied over here because I'm excited about that. And I'm not looking to I'm looking at Parrish, even though he's looking at the thing. Like I said, he's in the room with me. But, you are totally in the room with me. I'm so excited about this particular piece of not even a piece. This product, I'm so excited about this product. I mean, because the possibilities are limitless. They're absolutely limitless. You get to share your product with not just our DSD membership, but with the world. Okay, with the world. Okay, and that is just something that you really cannot beat. All right, so I'm super super excited for Marion and Michael and their course. I mean, Nicole, I hope you have something coming out because you've got a wealth of information that everybody wants to hear because you are just an awesome person. Kelly, same deal. If any of you have a product out there, let us know. We will be more than happy to share it with our Neo's Boss Squad members. We will promote like crazy because we have some of the most awesome members in DS Domination, guys. So we are super, super stoked on there. Look out for more information on this particular product, okay? The marketplace, killer, all right? They're also offering, what was it? I'm having a brain fart here. The niche,
Knits Freedom. It's Knits Freedom.
Thank you. The Freedom Niche, there you go. We have vendor surge. I mean, we've got all of these different products that are coming out. Guys, that's how new they are. I'm getting tongue twisted when they're coming out. These are such, I mean, amazing products that are coming out to you. They will be released at the event. I really, really, really hope that you are there. If you have not gotten your ticket, mydsevent.com. Do not miss it. We will be there. I think everybody on the panel will be there, or they will try their hardest to get there, okay? You're going to meet some really awesome people. You're going to have a really, really good time. You're going to learn some really good information, and you're going to have access to stuff that other people will not have access to, okay? Point blank. Whew. Okay. Let me just take a deep breath on that. Y'all need to digest that. That's a lot of information coming to you. That's a whole lot of information coming to you. All right? So if there's anybody out here watching this Hangout that is not a member of DS Domination as of yet, why? Okay, if you're not, go ahead and press a button directly under this video. We'd love to have you join us. Once again, we are on a team called Neo's Boss Squad. Team Neo stands for No Excuses, Only Solution. That is, I mean, that's just how we operate. There's no excuse. There's no excuses, okay? There's a solution for everything. He's laughing at me. There's no excuse for anything, okay? There's a solution for absolutely any hurdle that you come to. All right, there's no reason why you should stop and drop. You should be trying to find some kind of way to jump over that hurdle any kind of way. He's over here laughing. Why are you laughing at me? Okay, see, just because of that, I'm going to pull him out. All right, Parrish?
What would you like me to say?
I didn't say everything.
No, hey, good evening, everybody. Everybody's doing well. What I want to talk about is just everybody on this panel, everybody that's you've gone through the other hangouts or things like that. You're just sort of looking at DSD for the first time.
Louder.
You'll find out that we're all just real people. You know, are we special? Yeah, we're special because we're doing this, and we've been doing it longer, so I guess that makes us special. But in a sense, are we special? We're no different than anyone else. And what we did was we took advantage of the opportunity that was placed before us that is now before you. And in taking advantage of that opportunity, let me just give you a brief snapshot of what you really are getting into. Okay? I just been told I need to speak loud. Can you all hear me? All right, great. Like I can see everybody saying yes or no. Okay. E-commerce. That is over $1 billion a day industry. Okay.
They said they can't hear you. Here, come over here.
Over $1 billion. No, I'm not going there.
Come over here by me.
Over $1 billion a day industry. Can you hear me now? It's over $1 billion a day industry. Okay, so let's digest that number. Some people really can't digest that number. So what we're going to do is we're going to break it down. Okay.
Break it down.
If you were to get just 0.5%, 0.5%. Okay, half. I just half because I'm from New York.
Look.
0.5%. Hey, what are you doing?
Hey,
If you were to get
wait, let me change your picture.
me what you're doing. I'm gonna
There you go.
you would get 1.5% of $1 billion. That would be $200,000. Okay, $200,000 a year. How many people's lives would that change out here that are not in DSD?
Oh,
How many people's lives would that change? Okay, that's just 0.5%. All right. Now, obviously, we're doing better than that. People on the panel are doing better than that. I can still see myself, so I'm like really getting freaked out here because I can see me here. I'm looking at the little thing down there. All right, this is really freaking me out. But 0.5% is $200,000. Okay, that's $200,000 a year. That's if you fail. Now, that's if you fail this industry and only get 0.5%. Wow, you're still doing good. Okay, that's because of the potential for this business and how wide open this business really is. Is that even if you fail, as long as you make the effort, you should do well. You know, you really should do well. Everybody here is on that path to being well over that or reaching that goal. And we have people that are, wow, way, 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 way over that goal. Way, way, way over those figures, you know. And they're in the same industry. They're in the same business. They are with this same company. Okay, so if you've been shown this, and you've been looking at this, maybe even if you've looked at other webinars or Hangouts, you know, the key is to get with the person that invited you, ask them questions if you have them, and if you don't, click that button right below because you're wasting time. Okay, you're wasting time. If you've not clicked that button to get the training, to get the platforms, to start going to work, to change your root system. And what I mean by your root system, everybody has a root system. This root system is what governs your daily actions, your mental thinking, and it's basically what you've learned over the years, and you basically repeat it. Okay. Now let's examine that a little more. Okay, root system. Normally, if you come from a single-parent home, you tend to follow that same trend. Now, what you want to do is you want to break those trends, okay? You want to break out of that root system, and you want to do things differently, okay? You want to take the best of what you've learned, because I come from a single-parent home.
Me too.
And I'm doing great, so that's not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. But what I am saying is two are much better than one, because my wife Nikki and I together, okay, we've done a whole lot better than what I could have done by myself. Okay, so that's what I mean by breaking those root systems and taking the best of what you've learned growing up and adding that with new and different ways of achieving things, of achieving goals, and you will be successful. Okay? We talked about mindset, or Nikki talked about mindset, and that's really what I like to talk about is mindset. This is a little piece of that mindset. It's breaking out of your root system. Look at what your family members are doing, okay? And how many of them are still following the same trends as your mom and your dad, okay? How many of them are still going to a brick and mortar business to go to work, to grab a check, okay? If you're not doing that, you have broken out of that mold. If you are your own business owner, even if you're cutting grass, even if you're landscaping, those guys make tons of money, you know. But if you decided that you are going to go to work for yourself, you have broken that mold. Okay, you have broken out of your root system, and that's what we're trying to teach people when it comes to mindset: is to break out of your root system, do something different, become more successful. Because obviously you can always be more successful. Donald Trump himself can be more successful, okay, which is why he's trying to be the president right now. All right, so you know there's a lot of things that you can always do. Never strive to just be where you are or be content with what you have. Always strive for more. Always reach for higher. Okay. Some people say shoot for the moon. I don't say shoot for the moon. I say shoot for the sun, because if you miss the sun, you'll hit the moon. All right. So always strive higher than what you want to reach for. And
at the very least, you should hit your mark. All right, so that's really all I got. Our illustrious panel really said everything, so I'm really trying to find things to say. So I hate being last because they always take all the good stuff, so I got to come up with some stuff to make it up. But I'm doing pretty good. And Nikki always waits till she has nothing to say, and then she throws it on me, and I got to come up with something crazy, you know. So, you know, I'm tired of being a scapegoat here. So hopefully I didn't bore anybody. You guys got a little bit of information out of this that wasn't already said. All right, so I appreciate you guys listening in, and please click that bottom button at the bottom of the screen and join our family, join our team, and we're waiting for you on the inside.
Can I have my computer back?
Take it back.
Okay. All right. Woo. Okay. See what happens when you're able to travel and you can't do a hangout from your normal position in your own bed, and now you're in a hotel bed. But hey, we made it work, all right? So Parrish always wants to make little comments about why I keep him to the end. Well, I keep him till the end because of stuff like that, okay? Hello. You know, he's always dropping some really good nuggets on everybody, especially when it comes to mindset and whatnot, and makes you think and look at things a little bit differently. And that's what we're about, okay? He made a good point in there, and it was about breaking free of your root system, and he just doesn't know just yet, but he is going to be talking about that in our Neos Boss Squad boot camp. Okay, how about that?
Hey.
All right. Yeah, look, hey, yes, that's exactly what. I wrote it down, so that means it's law now, all right? So what I'm talking about when it comes to the boot camp, guys, whoo, all right. So our DSD event, any of our membership, any of our Neos Boss Squad members that actually purchase a ticket to the DSD event, all right? It does not matter if you physically go to the event. All you need is a ticket, okay? All you need is a ticket. You will have access to not only the DSD bonuses, the DSD event recording, and just the event itself, okay? You will also have access to some bonuses that we are giving out to our membership. The biggest bonus that we have is an 8-week intensive boot camp. 8 weeks, all right?
Boot camp.
This boot camp begins the week after the event, so it's the very first week of November. This is going to be 2 times a week for the last 8 weeks of the year. We are going to end 2015 with the biggest bang and explosion that you guys have ever seen out there, okay? One thing that you will notice about DS Domination in general, and especially our Neos Boss Squad team, is that we are not stingy with information. We would rather load you all with more information out there. Why? Because there's enough money out there in the e-commerce industry that we can share tips, tricks, tips, whatever, all right? We are totally able to do that. Parrish just went over I don't even remember how many billions of dollars this industry is per year, all right? There's more than enough out there for us to share information with each other, all right? So we do not withhold anything, all right? So we are going to have specific trainings 2 times per week starting the week after the event. Why are we starting so close, you know, to the event being ended? Why? Because we don't want you to sit on your butt and not work with what you've just been taught. We need you to take action, okay? Take action with the information that you've been given. The longer you let a log sit on fire, guess what? It's not going to burn for that long, okay? You need to go ahead and just nurture that fire up front, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep that fire lit under your tails throughout the end of the year, okay? So we are going to end.
My butt is burning.
Your butt's always burning. I keep that fire lit under there, okay? All right, so we are going to keep that fire lit throughout the rest of the year. We're going to go into things like the mindset. We're going to go into things couponing. We're going to go into groceries. We're going to go into thrift store buying. We're going to go into all kinds of stuff, guys, that is just going to explode your business that much more. We're going to have homework for you, okay? Yes, homework. We're going to have homework for you guys. Guys, we're going into bundles. We're going into all kind of stuff. It's not just on Amazon. It's on eBay as well. We're going to show you how to flourish in your business. So if you're sitting back thinking that, I haven't joined DS Domination yet, it might be too late in the year for me to get any type of action with Q4, wrong.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing, okay? Perfect timing. We're going to come back, get started. You'll be in early November. We're still midway through Q4. You have plenty of time to take action and to see results. On top of that, on top of ending 2015 with the biggest bang ever, probably even better than that, you're going to be starting 2016 on that same high.
Yeah.
Okay? On that same high. All right? Exactly. Because Q4, you're going to make sales for Q4 well through the first quarter of the next year. Okay? But even on top of that, you're going to have those business practices already engraved into your just policies, your everyday thinking, the everyday way of attacking your business. And you're going to hit 2016, I mean, running. You're going to be miles ahead of the pack, okay? You are going to be miles ahead of the pack. So I'm super, super excited about this boot camp. I'm super excited to get people on a move, to get them rolling. People always ask us, you know, Nikki, what are you and Parrish doing? We're getting ready to show you, okay?
Everything.
We're getting ready to show you. We're going to let you all in our business, okay? We're getting ready to show you, okay? We have nothing to hide, guys. This business works for pretty much everybody as long as you are willing to do the work, all right? DS Domination does not work for those who like to sit on their butt and do nothing. You have to work in this business. This is not a company that's going to just blanketly deposit money into your PayPal account like these weird things you see all over Facebook. No, you will have to work. But guess what? The rewards from your work are tenfold. You will see this just intensify and just get crazy and just blow up. So hence the reason our boot camp is called the Q4 Explosion. All right. So all you need, once again, is a ticket to the event. It's open to all of our members, and we really, really look forward to seeing you guys, not just at the event, but in the boot camp. All right. So Kelly, Michael, Marion, Nicole, Parrish, does anybody have any closing words for you, for our great viewers out here?
I do. I just something's been on my just been in my heart to do something to say that if you're already working DSD, and sometimes you just have that day where you have that customer that sends you some nasty email, or you have to do something for the first time. Use it as a learning experience. So that way you're able to use that learning experience to help someone else on your team or just someone else in DSD go through the same experience. So you say, I've done that, and this is what I did, and this is how it came out. Sometimes it might be just frustrating, but think of it as a learning experience.
Good point. Good point. So don't let those little frustrating encounters with customers or whoever, even vendors or anything like that, be the end of your freedom story. Let it be just a notch in there. Take that lesson and learn from it and grow from it. So that's a good point, Kelly.
I'd like to say, let's see.
Uh-oh, now we can't hear you.
Okay, he muted. Sorry. I don't think we have had bad days. I think the bad days for us have been too much work.
Yeah, too much work, and sometimes we forget to take a little bit of a break and kind of focus and refocus. And I think only the really bad out there is what you let happen to you. There's always going to be the haters. There's always going to be those that I call the crabs in the basket. The analogy goes like this. I've never actually seen it, but from what I've heard is that you can actually have a basket full of crabs, and you don't even have to have a lid on it, because what they do is when one crab tries to escape, the other ones pull them back in. And that's just the mentality, I guess, of a crab. So I always tell my daughters, don't have that crab mentality, don't let others who have that crab mentality try to pull you down. And so when you're in this business, you might be new, you might be a seasoned veteran, you're going to get those people around that, they don't want to see you succeed. Okay, we want to see you succeed. There's a whole panel of people here that want to see you succeed. And get with those that want to, again, see you succeed. And so whenever you encounter those, just remember, you know what? You are better than all of that, and you can do it.
And we post, if you follow everybody in the panel, everybody posts their results. I mean, we are not faking it. We post screenshots. We post screenshots of our PayPal account and
Receipts.
It's just receipts. We're not faking it. Actually, we are working. Yes, we're working from home, but we have results. We're not this company. If you do the watch the videos, if you follow the training, there is no way you're gonna fail. I mean, I don't care. My family, when I started with this business, I was fully convinced, 100%, that this was a company for me. I had to convince him a little bit, but my family wasn't convinced. And I didn't care what my family was saying. I did what I wanted for me and my family. So if you're one of those people that are out there and you are not convinced, or people around you are not convinced, believe me, follow us on Facebook, see our results. And we're not faking anything. I mean, Nikki is just amazing at what she does. Everybody in this panel, they have their own results, and we have different results. We do different things. Maybe I love to work at after 12 at night. Some people love to work in the morning. They have their own schedule. So
That's really cool.
just this company is amazing. I mean, there's no more than I can say, and we haven't even been with the company that long.
6 months actually, little going on 7 months, as a matter of fact. So
Wow.
we're done.
Wow.
You know, if you don't take anything from that, then please know that you stay away from turkey.
Right.
Okay?
Stay away from crabs.
Put them in a pot.
No turkeys and no crabs unless you put them in the pot and eat them. Okay? I can't draw. So that's good addition on my side. All right. Paul or Parrish, you got anything?
Well, I was just gonna say that, you know, for those people that are looking for a solution, I know that there are people out there that are struggling or having challenges right now, and I just want you to know that you go through the training, because it still has, DSD still offers training, and start to use the tools. You can change what the last 4 months of this year looks for you, or last 3 months of this year, because we're in the mid-September now. You could have that extra money for Christmas that you didn't think you were going to have. You could spend as little as an hour to 2 hours a day and maybe pick up a couple extra hours on the weekends. And you can totally change your financial situation. For some people, an extra $200, $500, $1,000 a month is all they need to be able to change their current situation. And for others, they don't like their jobs, they don't like their boss, they dread getting up in the morning. You know, this is a viable solution to replace that job. It will require a little more time and a little more effort, but this is doable. You can do this in the morning before your kids get up. You can do it on your lunch break. You can do it in the evening. You can stay up an extra hour, 30 minutes at night. This is a viable solution for you, and it can totally change your life. And in the middle of it, it can also help reduce some of your stressors. Just put in the effort, put in the time, learn the training, and get started. And once you get started, you know, you'll find that you're probably a happier person because you have that money for Christmas, or you have some money to be able to go to the grocery store, or you're not stressing about that medical bill because you got to go get an MRI and you don't know where you're going to get the money to do that. You can get those things done. You don't have to be stressed anymore. We have a solution for you, and we want you to know that we welcome you with open arms to come and join our teams and just be a part of the solution for whatever your problem is right now.
There you go. I'm not going to say anything else. All I'm going to say is I hope we see you guys next Monday, same time. If you haven't joined, once again, there's a link underneath the video. There, all of our Facebook, social media, all the rest of those links are also under there. We highly suggest that you come out there and follow us. Follow us on Facebook. Look at the posts. Look at the posts that our members make so that you can see that we are real, everyday people. All right? We look forward to working with you. Like Nicole said, we will welcome you with open arms, and we hope to see you on the other side, guys. All right? So have a good evening, and thank you all on the panel, and thank you all out there for watching.